beautiful budding bakers. Guess what we're doing today on this glorious day? I'm feeling very smug this morning because I decided last night it's a bit chilly and I said, sod it, I'm going to do my dinner in the morning. But it's no ordinary dinner because it's never an ordinary dinner in my house. I'm doing the most divine beef stew with dumplings. Now these dumplings are baked, they go fluffy, they sit on the stew and they're just so good. I said I had to share. So this is a savoury recipe today. So we are starting with 270 grams of self-raising flour. We have 150 mils of milk. We have fresh thyme from my lovely garden shed. I have developed green fingers. Who knew? My sister is the gardener. I couldn't save a plant to save my life, but I managed to save thyme and parsley. So I've got 2 tablespoons of parsley. I have got half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of baking powder. I have 50 grams of very strong cheddar cheese, and I have 50 grams of butter. Before you all kill me, what place does cheese have in these dumplings? There is this undertone of strong, sweety deliciousness that you just need to try when you're doing these dumplings. The other thing as well, I'm a very frugal mother, and in these times when you have a beef stew and your potatoes and everything else, there is nothing better than having a little cobbler with your beef stew because it bulks up everything and the kids stay fuller for longer. So, in goes our self-raising flour, followed by half a teaspoon of baking powder, followed by garlic powder. You do not taste the garlic, but you get a lovely undertone, sort of an earthy undertone. Earthy undertone, I'm getting very descriptive this morning. So stir, stir, stir. In goes our parsley. In goes our thyme. Now, for those of you who are asking as well, these containers are microwavable containers. They are amazing. So anytime I'm doing baking, I will always have my mise en place. It's much easier to work with. It also means that these come in a set of 8. They're €1.50. €1.50 in deals. I mean, come on, lads. So I've got my lovely herbs. I have grated my butter because it's hard butter. I want to have a little bit of flakiness in these little dumplings. Little dumpling, little dumpling. So again, I'm doing show me the money, show me the money. So can you zoom in? Because all I'm doing here, I've got my cold butter and I've got little lumps, little nuggets of gold, nuggets of gold. In goes my strong cheddar. And again, in it goes. I just make a well in the center. Now, reserve a little of the milk. You may not need all the milk. So in it goes. I will reserve a little. And in with the claw. In with the claw. So I want to have a sticky dough, not dry. Not too wet. Just right. Just like Goldilocks. Another little bit. Oh, the smell of the cheese and the garlic is divine. We're nearly there. Tiny bit more. See that I have reserved a bit of the milk. I mean, the beauty about this is that once you've done the cobbler, I'm telling you now, you will never, ever, 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 ever have your beef stew without this cobbler because it is divine. So, out goes my little mix. Now, another tip. If you ever have flour in your hands, use flour to get rid of your sticky hands. So, rather than washing all this gunge down the sink, get some flour, rub it into your hands. Oh, I have a squeaky table this morning. A bit like myself. Squeaky. Now, I will put up the recipe. No, when I say recipe, everyone has a different beef stew recipe. This is where I've had this recipe for my granny's mother's granny. Now, I have added 150 mils of red wine in my beef stew. And for goodness sake, whatever wine you love to drink, put that in the cooking. Don't get cheap wine. Put nice wine, the wine that you'd actually like to drink, into this beef stew. But I did it in my cooker, slow cooker. So the recipe I will post is a recipe for a beef stew that takes 5 hours on low. I went to bed this morning and I woke up and my beef stew is done. I've just preheated the oven to 200 degrees because what I'm going to do now is have my little beautiful, soft, little delicious cobbler going into, on top of rather, my beef stew. Now, the only reason I am using a cutter, you can pull this dough apart and roll it in your hand. I just want to make sure that I have all the same size going in so that they cook the same. Flatten, 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 flatten. Flatten. As you can see, I'm not that fussy. We do a chef's treat, which is the one that you have to try when it's coming out of the oven. Even though that's a little one, you'll probably cook that a little bit faster. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you use smaller cutters, obviously you can get more. So look at this. Clean as you go, clean as you go. So to this side, to this side. Where's the cream? Where's the cream? Where's the cream? Move this over to the side. Oh, la, la, la. I'm feeling very smug this morning because I now have my dinner done. So let's get our stew out of the oven. I've only put the stew in the oven to preheat because it has been cooked in my slow cooker overnight. Get my spoon. Give it a stir, stir, stir. Now zoom in there. Oh my God. If you could only get the smell. Now with this stew as well, I didn't put any thyme in this because I have it in my little gobblers. Make sure you can sort of give it a good old nestle, 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 nestle. And then you put in another one in here, another one in here. These will explode and expand. Now do remember, I feed 8. Even though there's 6 in the house, this is a big stew. Don't forget you've got your mash, you've got your green beans, you've got your broccoli. So in this goes, and I shall see you tuned in, stay with me. This goes into a preheated oven, 200 degrees, for 30 minutes. And watch those babies rise. So in 30 minutes, I shall take it out, post up the recipe and all the goodies, but now you've got the savoury little dumplings that you can put onto your casserole, your beef casserole, your chicken casserole. They're absolutely divine, so good. And can you imagine the smell of dinner first thing in the morning? I'm sorted, lads, for the day. My work is done. I shall see you tomorrow at 10.